So are we with me now? Should I let's can we do it here, or let's do something? Let's create a new file for it. Let's create a new file for it. Let's call it array review. Let's say array review.html. That's going to be my HTML file. Then my GS my JS, I say GSS. My JS is going to be array review dot what dot JS. So I'm separating my JS from my HTML. Please, can you see my screen? Please, can you see my
Yes,
screen?
sir.
Okay. So our boilerplate should be shift one. That's the structure. My bad. Shift one. I mean JS. Shift one. So array review. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to do inside my array review here, I need to get my HTML. I have to get my HTML. In the HTML, I'm going to get a main. So let me just show you my browser so that you see what's going on. So a main container. All right. So this one is just going to contain something like a if I can give it a session. So I'll give it a session, and that session will be having a class. This one is for your HTML CSS. So that is going to be having a class of container. If I press enter, I have something like this there. Now inside this session container, I'm having a div which I'm going to give it a title, but I don't know if I'm going to do all those things, child. A class of title. All right, so inside this class of title, then I will not get what I want to get, like an heading, which is going to be h2. Let's call it for review, because this is a review what project. So I'm going to go live now. So when I go live, you're going to see this appear on your screen. No styling yet. All right, this is what you're going to have. What are we looking at? We are looking at a scenario whereby we get a review, the person's name, the person's pictures, the person's job description, the person's any information I want to pass there. I'll just pass it there. All right, a button to click to go to the next person. The probably later we can modify it to be automatically what sliding by itself. All right, now I am going to get another div. I was supposed to use underline there, but let me use HRO. Please, I hope you know what HRO means in HTML. It's horizontal word row. It's just a line. There's nothing special about it. I just want to add it to that to make that thing kind of what unique. Then I'm going to create. Now I'm looking at the review. So let's say this is my reviews. All right. This part is my what my reviews. I'm still in the session angle. Now I'm going to create a div which I'm calling article now. Remember I said article, div, session, main, uh, header, navbar. All of these are just semantics. They mean what container. All right, they all mean what container. I can say okay, if I want to style this, I can give this one a class of review, but I don't know if I'm going to use it. A class of reviews with plural form. All right, so inside is my article. That's what I want to pass the various information about this particular book. Remember I said the first thing I want to get the image. So the image is going to be inside a div, and this div is going to be having a class of image container. So I'm going to give it img words hyphen container. Please, this is just your CSS and HTML, of which I am not expecting any question here. Are we okay? Please, I need your
Yes,
response.
sir.
All right. Now I have two images here, F1, F1, F2. I don't know if let me bring in other image so that I'll have enough image to make use of. So let me just pick these pictures one. 2 3. um so what I would do, I'll create a folder called images so that this program will actually be very structured, called images. So this one, I will highlight it. All this picture you are seeing here, no, this this this, I'll put all of them inside image folder. So all of them is here. So let me rename this also, that it will not give me problem in the future. So let's say this is F3. This one is F4. Then this one F5. F6. Are you guys with me? Are you still with me?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so I've gotten my images, the image I want to make use of. So by default, I will be showing a particular word image. So remember, the element to do that is img. So I have to go into my images to display any image I want to show. Let's say I'm using this guy here. This is very crazy. Let's say F2, F3. Alright, then let's say I'm going to give it a width. Just give it a width so that I will be able to reduce it. A width of 400 watts pixels. Alright, okay, this is just a default display that you are going to see on the browser. Then remember, I said I want the picture to be changing. It means that I need to give it a class or ID so that I will not target it with that inside my what, inside my GS. So let's give it an ID. The ID I'm going to give it, let's say the person image, let's say person what, img. That's what we are looking at. Person what, img. This is just a case study so that you see the code proper. Please, are we together? Are we together, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. That should be David. So then I'm going to get h4 for my text. So this text, I also want to give it an ID, or let me give it an ID so that I'm going to give it an ID of author. So I'll be able to get the author of the name. If the person is a publisher, I'm going to get it. So by default, the person name is Sarah Jones. All right, by default the person name is Sarah Jones. I want to get the person's job. So the person is a product designer or a web developer. So this one is going to be a job. All right, then the next thing I'm going to get I said I also want to get, let me put it inside a paragraph, not this. So this should be paragraph. So the next thing I want to get about this person, I said I want to get the description of the person. So that's, I'm going to call it an info. Hope I'm not too fast, because all of this is still your normal. By default, I'm using a lorem. Lorem is a way of generating a dummy text for yourself in case you don't have a text to use. Because normally in a website you need to have some kind of a text generated so that it will make your process, you will see what you are working on. So by default I have something like this. This description is mind-blowing, man. All right, I have something like this by words, by default. Please, am I together? Are we together? So the next thing that will come into our mind is the button that I want to use to trigger my words, trigger my processes. This button that I want to trigger my processes, I'll see pass it inside still I'm still inside my article, so I will pass it inside a div. So I'm going to create a div that I will use to handle the button. So this is a div. Now this button, I'm going to give it a class of button container. So this is a class of button words hyphen container. How many are we there? Button
What two?
2. Okay. Button container. The first button, let's create our first button. Our first button, I'm going to be having this is going to be the next button, or the pre button. Then I'm going to create going to create the next button. So if I have my button here, then I said dot brief, brief, and I said brief hyphen what btn. So this one, the name, I'm going to call it brief. You know what I mean by previous? It means what? Previous. Alright, that's the test I'm giving it. Then I have to create another button here. This one I'm going to give it a class of next what? Btn. Next btn. So this one should be turned to what? To next. Alright. Then the next button I'm going to create here. Let's say I want to have a random button generated. A random button was generated. So the random button that I want to quickly use here, let's say I'm using a random button. Let's say I'm using, let me just pass it here so that you know that this is random. What I mean by random, it will just go for any part of it. So let me call it random, or let me not put it part of all these buttons here. Let it just be on its own outside your div. So it's still button, sorry, dot let's give it a class of random btn. So this one should become what? Random. So you know that this is random selection. What's going on? Why are this button not giving me effects? Only random that.
Oh, sir, it has. You spelled it BUTTT.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. BUTT button. All right, so thank you for that. So let's just quickly do a little styling on this, but I gave it a class. I'm supposed to call the class. Possibly you make it fine on your own later, but let me just do a little work here. Style, let's say the background color, the background the background is black. Then the color of the button is eh, oh god. Then the color of the button is white. Don't worry, I'm going to correct that. It's white. You see why I don't like doing this styling every time. It used to frustrate somebody. So I'll pass this on here. Then I'll also pass this on here also. So what's the problem with this organ now? So I have something like this here. Okay, so let me just do some kind of work on this. I hope we are okay. Style.
Yes, sir.
Style. So let's just say let me just say uh, margin. I'll give it a margin of 20 pixels. So I have to have space around everywhere. Okay. Style margin of 20 pixels. Then let me also give one a style. Margin of 10 pixels. So You do the rest on your own. No, can't be doing this plenty CSS work. Okay, let me just leave it like this. Padding tag. So padding, padding of. Let's see. I'm giving a padding of 20 pixels all around. Wonderful button, man. 10 pixels. So the same thing will be here also. Alright, so let's say I have something like this. You do the same thing for this guy here. This one that is the random guy. So I have my button, I have my job, I have the name, I have the job description and stuff like that. So what I'm looking at when I click on this button, go to the previous coming from the array, click on this button, go to the next coming from the array. Please, any question?
No, sir.
Alright, now let's go to our JavaScript area now. Now first thing first, remember I created array review.js, right? So I need to link it here, make it available here. With what? With script, right? We say we use script to link script. There, our sroc, which is going to be our source. So the source we are looking at now is going to be array. I should have access to it. Review.js. Have I communicated here? So it means that I can
Yes,
now go
sir.
straight and do my JavaScript rubbish. So the first thing now for me to do is to first of all declare my words, my array, which I want to use to change the name, change the description, then change the what they call it now, the job description, then change about the person. So for me to declare my array variable here, I'm going to use cons to start. Cons, I believe you remember what cons is all about. So I'm going to give my array name to be what? Reviews. I'm giving my array name to be reviews. We talked about this is how to declare an array last class, right? Now this array is having an object array. It means that I'm going to have an object inside. Now I'm going to have an ID, which is going to be the first one. If I want to collect the first one, then the second one, which is going to be the name. So is that ID that I will use to loop around. So the name, I'm changing the name to be uh, King David. Are you really a king? King David. Eh? King
Yes,
David.
sir.
Alright, for your mind. So the image I'm giving King David, I want King David to pick an image from what we have here. These images that we have, it means I have to go inside images first, right? Just like the way we normally call it. I have to go inside images. Then, let's say King David is having f1 dot what? JPG. F1 dot what? JPG.
Sir, F1 is WP.
F1 is what? I'm not sure.
WebP.
WebP. I think I've changed it now. Is F3 that is it? Okay,
So,
F1 is
sir,
WebP.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. F1 dot web dot p. This guy, you don't they go file. Then the job. I said I want to get the job, right. The job I will pass for this guy. Let's say David, what kind of job should I give you now? Um,
Aerospace engineer.
eh?
Aerospace engineer.
Aerospace. Oga, your mind go far. Aerospace engineer. Okay. Okay. So the next thing is your description. Let me call it text. So how do we describe you now? Describe yourself, Oga.
Um, okay. Dark in complexion, 5'10". I code. I play ball.
Okay, oh. Tell us every two. Dark in complexion, what again?
I'm 5'10" or 5'11". I think so.
5 feet.
10 inches.
5 feet what tall, Abby?
5 feet,
Eh?
5 feet. Sir,
Can you hear me?
yes, sir. 5 apostrophe 10 feet.
5, 10 feet.
Not hyphen, apostrophe.
How do you to write approximate? Is it like this?
The one under the colon or the, sorry, on the air bracket.
On the air bracket. Is
Sir,
it
don't worry, just put 5 feet.
5 feet?
5 feet tall.
Okay. What again?
I play basketball.
Then what again?
I also play football. And I could.
For your mind, Abby. Alright, so I have something like this. Yeah. So that is for the first guy there. Please, are you guys with me? The next one is what I want to get now. Please, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
ID 2. Monarchy by female programmer. Monarchy what?
Munachi Roberts.
My, are you a girl or a male or a female or a male? Sorry,
A female, female.
sorry, I'm playing today. Oh, at least the Monarchy Robert. So let's say you are going for F2.
The Munachi is spelled as Munachi.
Munachi.
Yes, Chi.
And
And then the robot has S at the ending.
hope it's not robotic. Oh, it's another robot. It's the naming robot. The JPG. All right. So we are
Sir, that's
giving
going to be F2.
that's let's give it F2. Yeah, thank you. Then what kind of job should we give you, madam?
I think just nursing will do. A nurse.
Nothing that is doing coding. You people will come and jump pack yourself in IT now. Eh? Oh yeah. So how do we describe you, oh, madam?
He's fair in complexion.
For your mind, are you seeing
No,
her? Hey, see these people. Oh yeah,
I'm brown.
brown.
I'm
Jesus.
actually brown.
You're dark. There's no brown.
They
You're
say,
dark, you're fair. Choose one.
I'm telling you, her own she's brown. Oh yeah, a brown
I'm
chocolate.
brown in no, no, no. I'm just brown in complexion.
I've noticed somebody that is brown though. Abi, what's his name? David. Have you seen somebody that is brown?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, let's continue. Brown in complexion. What again?
Okay. 5.8. 5'8" tall. Just 5 feet. 5.8 feet tall.
5.8 feet tall. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, be fast, please.
Okay. I just sing and dance.
For your mind, she sing and dance. Okay. All right now. We are with you. Ah, see now you said you are even doubting yourself. Oh yeah, continue. It's finished.
um, Nothing much again. And then
Can you cook?
I study full stack web development.
For your mind. Hey, you the full stack we would they fear. Well done. It's full stack development. and she's very good in what she do. In what she what? What she do? Ah, do I have dog inside this meeting?
No, 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 no.
So which one we way? So now let me put myself so that we just get it taught. You can see that your objects can be as multiple, but ensure that you are changing the ID. All right, you are changing the ID. You are changing the file that you have inside. Emmanuel Bebo. Then let me give myself. I think we've not used image 3, Abby.
No, we use this for
Okay,
Sarah Jones.
image 4 is PNG, image 4 is JPG. Let's use image. Let me use image 4 for this person. I'm a if software engineer. I want to get some kind of dummy text, so please permit me to generate some dummy text here. I don't have any time for this. So I have created something like this. So what's going on here? So you can see when you go to the next place now, it's telling me that it's not possible. So everything must be in the same line for it to recognize it. You can see that I'm having error on top there again. I'm having error up there, red. Can somebody correct that red arrow for me? Why is this giving me that error? Can somebody correct this error for me? Can somebody correct this error for me?
Um, I don't see anything wrong with it.
There's error now. I have a comma
Oh,
here. I
okay.
don't have a
There's no
comma here.
comma.
Yeah.
There's no comma.
So I will need to have a comma here. So I've got my object. My object is just 3 items. It can be multiple, but let's stop here because of time. So that is our array of objects. So the next thing we need to do now is to define the constant that we are using for our program. All right. Uh, declare your variable. Declare your variable. Your variable. So const, the first variable I'm declaring cost img. So please, what is the person image that we use inside our HTML? Are you saying that is an ID? I'm talking to you guys.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
saying that is an ID? So if it's an ID, what am
Yes,
I
sir.
going to call? It's going to be document.get.what.
Mm.
Okay, oh, before I don't finish, Abby. So that will be document. Since it's an ID, we said we can use get element by ID or query what